University of Michigan introduces early decision. That is the topic of today's video. My name is Craig Meister. I'm a college admissions coach. You can learn more about me and how you can work with me one-on-one throughout the entire college admissions process on my website, which is collegemeister.com. And if you're interested in learning about whether or not you are or your student is on track for selective college admission in the United States of America, visit areyouontracktogetin.com. Again, that's areyouontracktogetin.com, at which you will complete a free 3-minute assessment. Your results will be emailed to you right away, and they will help you clarify whether or not you are or your student is on track for selective college admission in the United States of America. New for fall 2026 first-year applicants, early decision is a binding plan now offered by University of Michigan. Students who participate in the early decision plan must apply by November 1st and can expect a decision notification by the end of December. The introduction of this new plan allows highly qualified students who know that the University of Michigan is their top choice institution to affirm their commitment to the university earlier in the annual application cycle. Financial aid packages for students who submitted their CSS profile and FAFSA by November 15th will follow closely after the decision release. Early decision is appropriate for students who are committed to attending University of Michigan if they are admitted. The applicant, a parent or guardian, and the high school counselor must sign the early decision agreement indicating the student's commitment to attend University of Michigan if offered admission. If the student is admitted to the University of Michigan through early decision, he or she must immediately withdraw applications to all other colleges and universities. Students who participate in early decision could receive these possible outcomes: admit, deny, or postpone to early action. Students postponed to early action will no longer have a binding commitment if admitted. Now, University of Michigan will continue to offer early action, as you have heard, and that early action deadline is also November 1st, but that decision date is late January. And the new early decision plan, of course, tracks more with what University of Michigan was once able to produce for early action applicants back in the day, when early action applicants used to actually hear from University of Michigan in the month of December. Yours truly actually applied to University of Michigan early action in the 1990s. And I actually got my decision from University of Michigan early action accepted in early December of 1999. But enough about me. What I will say about you, if you are in the high school class of 2026 and now have the opportunity to apply to University of Michigan early decision, and it is your first choice, oh my goodness, you should absolutely apply early decision to University of Michigan, because once a school introduces early decision after having offered early action for years, and in this case decades, it is pretty much a foregone conclusion that the early decision acceptance rate will be the highest acceptance rate on offer at that institution, and the early action acceptance rate will plummet. I definitely assume that University of Michigan, similar to University of Virginia when they reintroduced early decision, will have a situation where, again, it's easiest to get into University of Michigan early decision, hardest, of course, to get into University of Michigan regular decision, and early action is somewhere in between. How low early action will go, I don't know. But look, if it's truly your first choice, this is a gift for you to now be able to demonstrate that you are committed to attending University of Michigan if you get in. I certainly recommend early decision if the stars align for you and University of Michigan, because this is really an opportunity that has never come along before for individuals to be able to demonstrate so authoritatively that they really want to go to University of Michigan. So wow, this is big news. And this is going to change the landscape somewhat. You know, we already have a private institution already starting to foray into early decision this cycle, which is University of Southern California. They're, of course, only doing it for selected business majors this cycle. But when a public does it, like a University of Michigan, it's really big news, because traditionally publics are all about access and all about not becoming too exclusive looking. Early decision, of course, looks quite exclusive looking, and it, of course, benefits people who don't have to worry about what sort of financial aid package they will or will not receive. So the fact that Michigan's doing it is, of course, a yield protect program at base. And as I've stated in previous videos, University of Michigan was increasingly protective of their yield in recent years with early action. This will just allow them to go all in on yield protection, and therefore their yield is going to become much better at Michigan. Of course, all dependent on how many students they ultimately do accept early decision, but I do anticipate that it will be quite a significant amount, as early decision is not introduced lightly at any institution that does introduce it, and I doubt that it will be removing early decision at any time soon either. Again, not many publics really do go into the world of early decision. William & Mary does, UVA does, but now this is a huge, huge player adding to the early decision picture. And I assume that we will have, if this is successful in future cycles, other peer institutions to University of Michigan seriously consider early decision as an admissions plan that they will offer. But stay tuned, because nothing like that has happened yet. But I will keep my finger on the pulse of this for you, and therefore you should, of course, always consider subscribing to my channel to keep up to date with the latest news and notes from the world of undergraduate admissions in the United States of America. Before we go, I want to remind you that I've launched a new course, 17 Silly Mistakes That Even Ivy League Applicants Make, on the Common App. This course gives you the information you need to make sure that your application doesn't fall down on the job where so many applications sadly do. The undeniable fact of the matter is that many strong students who should be strong college applicants are making silly mistakes on the Common App. And guess what? This is even happening to students aiming for Ivy League admission. So if you are serious about earning admission to the Common App colleges on your list, make it a priority to enroll in my course, 17 Silly Mistakes That Even Ivy League Applicants Make, on the Common App. You'll be glad you did. And when you've finished your Common App and want to know if it's as strong as possible and whether or not in its current condition your chances of admission are impressive, inconclusive, or inadequate, you need my pre-read. Getting my pre-read now means having me review your entire application, just like an admissions officer or admissions committee will review it later, and receiving by email no later than the time you reserve a comprehensive report highlighting what's working and what's not on your full Common App and one Common App supplement. If you've yet to submit your Common App, my pre-read may motivate you to make adjustments to it before your deadline. If you've already submitted your Common App, my pre-read will prepare you for what I deem to be your likely admissions outcome at the institution in question. To purchase my pre-read now, go to mypreread.com. Again, that's mypreread.com. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. If you'd like to work with me one-on-one throughout the entire college admissions process, go to my website, which is collegemeister.com. Until next time, stay safe, stay well, and most importantly, stay stress-free throughout the entire college admissions process.